Hello once again, Antoni here. As Aleksandra Kurzak celebrated her birthday 2 days ago, I decided to do something really special on her very special day, which was way back then. So here is my Aleksandra Kurzak post-birthday album review marathon. And what better way to kick this off than with my review of her very first album, Gioia, which was recorded at the Palau de las Arts Reina Sofia in Valencia and was released on August 8, 2011. The conductor was Omar Mar Velba and the tenor was Francesco De Muro, and this album contains arias composed by Gioacchino Rossini, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Giuseppe Verdi, Giacomo Puccini, Gaetano Donizetti, Johann Strauss II, and Stanislav Moniuszko. What more can I say about Aleksandra Kurzak that hasn't been said already? She is certainly another one of my most favorite singers of all time. I really love that full lyric soprano timbre, which sounds rich and absolutely gorgeously full. I love all the clean attacks she's able to make on all the notes, whether they be the low notes or the high notes. And she just has a wonderful timbre, totally ideal for a lot of these lyric soprano roles. And of course, this album definitely proves that she can sing the light roles of Gilda, Adele, Adina, and even the heavier roles like Musetta, Lucia, and Violetta. She certainly is a versatile artist, and I can definitely tell that there was a lot of love, precision, and a lot of great moments being put in this album. The album started off with her rendition of Una voce poco fa from Rossini's Il Barbiere di Siviglia, and I thought she was absolutely wonderful in that aria. She was able to navigate all of those notes and all of those passages really well. And I also liked her rendition of Susanna's De Vieni a non tardar and even Adele's Mein Herr Marquis. She was able to be quite light in these roles, all thanks to that lovely soprano voice. But more than anything, I felt like it's her renditions of Lucia's Regnava nel silenzio and Violetta's aria, Estrano, which then leads to A forse è lui, and even the cabaletta, Sempre libera, that she managed to shine very well. And of course, Musetta's Quando men vo, which she sang gorgeously. She was able to show a lot of great technical precision in all of these arias, and she was able to make all of these clean and clear attacks on all the notes with great precision, a great aim, and she seems to be a focused artist, as she's always been. What's also quite special about this album is the inclusion of the Stanislav Moniuszko opera, The Haunted Mansion, in which she sings Hannah's aria, and I thought that it was a lovely rendition. She managed to really sing that aria with a great amount of grace and beauty, and I just was so enamored and enthralled by her rendition. Equally as fine was Francesco De Muro, who sang the parts of Alfredo and Nemorino. And he was a fine lyric tenor, and I'm really happy to see his career progress even further. His vocal chemistry with Aleksandra Kurzak was solid, but ultimately it was Kurzak's show, as she managed to stand very tall and strong on her own, and she was the absolute star. She shone the brightest, and she had a great amount of vocal charisma and a lot of brilliance that she had to offer. Yes, I would have loved to add in the likes of the mad scene, Il dolce suono, which then leads up to Ardon Vincenzi, and the cabaletta Spargi d'amaro pianto, also from Donizetti's Lucia della Marmor, as an ideal ending, and maybe I would have loved to have a lot more arias, like let's say Salut à la France from Donizetti's La Fille du Régiment, and maybe Mimi's two arias, Si mi chiamano Mimi and Donde lieta usci. Those would have been really fantastic additions to this particular album. But I digress. I still have to give my hat off to Aleksandra Kurzak for a wonderful first album, and the conducting done by Omer Mervelbar was well done. It was absolutely gorgeous, it was pleasing to the ears, and he seemed to have led the orchestra and, of course, the singers Aleksandra Kurzak and Francesco De Muro to the best of his abilities. So overall, this was an absolutely fine first album coming from Aleksandra Kurzak, with a really good repertoire which managed to show the possibilities of her full-toned lyric soprano slash lyric coloratura soprano voice. She was able to entice me as the listener as to how versatile she can be. With that said, I give this first album a well-deserved 4.5 out of 5 stars. Yes, there could have been more arias added in to also show her great versatility. But despite that little caveat, I still have to give this album a lot of credit for really showing just how wonderful of a singing actress Aleksandra Kurzak really is. And for those of you who have this particular album or even heard this particular album, what did you think of it? Did you really love Aleksandra Kurzak's singing through and through? Was there a particular aria you really loved that stood out to you? Or did you feel like the entire thing just seemed to have fallen flat? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in later for my review of Aleksandra Kurzak's second album. So until then, stay tuned for that, everybody.